Welcome to Davey Dave's Take. Today we are talking about Talk to Me, the newest horror film from A24. When a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits using an emballed hand, they become hooked on a new thrill, until one of them goes too far and unleashes terrifying supernatural forces. I knew nothing about this film. I saw the thumbnail for the trailer on YouTube and I thought to myself, wow, that looks like some creepy shit right there. I just knew it was an A24 horror film, and I love the A24 horror films because whether they're really great or really terrible, they're unique, they're different. They're films that'll actually sit with you for better or for worse, and that's really most of A24 films. And Talk to Me is the biggest surprise of the year for me, at least. I thought this film was great. Yes, more great horror films. It seems like lately we have been getting a lot of great horror films, and this is another great addition to that list. I thought Talk to Me was fucking awesome. There are so many things about this film that honestly gave me such anxiety. And the best part about my feeling of anxiety throughout the film, it wasn't relying on jump scares or something really gory. It was just the whole atmosphere, the tone, and this threat that they're dealing with. A main reason I found this film actually pretty spooky was because one of the main factors or elements in this film was the idea of peer pressure. When I was in high school, when I was in middle school, I did a lot of stupid ass shit. Even now, I still do a lot of stupid ass shit. And I feel like everyone at some point in their life has came to peer pressure. And throughout the first act of this film, they really set up this object that they're playing with, and it's something they should not be touching at all. And we as audience members know that this thing is dangerous. But these are kids, they're high school kids. You feel like you're invincible when you're that age, that nothing's ever gonna hurt you. And that's what makes this film even more suspenseful, because you know these characters are actually in danger when they're dealing with this thing, and you're just sort of waiting for it to happen. You're like, oh my god, this is gonna really fucking suck. And after that first act, this film never really lets up. It is suspenseful for the rest of the film because of this threat that they're dealing with. They don't really understand it. It's something they can't really see, something they can't really fight. It's making them question themselves. It's making them question their own reality. And you as an audience member, you start questioning things. And throughout the whole film, you just find yourself just gripping to your seat and be like, what the hell is going on? Also, the direction here is excellent. There's a lot of great shots, a lot of great camera movement. I mean, the camera movement here was top notch. And the practical effects, it all works great. Danny and Michael Filippo did an excellent job here, and I think this is a directorial debut. I think they're YouTubers before that, so this is very inspirational. All the performances here are great, but Sophie Wilde was fantastic here. She crushes it in this film, and I really loved her character because you're supposed to root for her. She's dealing with a tragedy. She's our main character, but she makes so many wrong decisions throughout the film that honestly, you start to dislike her character a little bit. And it really fits well with the film's going, and it shows that she's not a perfect person at all. She's dealing with a lot of problems. And I like how the other characters, specifically the side characters, are set up like the normal horror movie character cliches, but honestly, it never goes down that route. And I thought that was very surprising. There's a lot deeper meanings to this film that I think would be fascinating to look into. I thought the ending was the perfect blend of ambiguity but also closure at the same time. There's probably gonna be a bunch of YouTube videos breaking down the meaning of the ending of this film. Now, everything works for me though. There are some choices that didn't really work for me, but honestly, those issues aren't that important because this film was so refreshing and it was such a big surprise for me. I love a good horror film that can keep me on edge, just give me anxiety throughout most of the film without relying on jump scares and gore to do that. I love a good horror film that has more meaning to it than just what's on the surface. And that's exactly what Talk to Me was. I'm gonna give Talk to Me 8.5 Davey Daves. There are so many times throughout the film, like, what are you kids doing? You're gonna hurt yourself. And then I realized I sound just like my parents. That's probably all the shit they would say to me when I was in high school. So there you go, everything comes full circle. So Talk to Me, let me know what you guys thought of it once you've seen it. I'm curious to hear. And thank you so much for watching. Click here to see more of Davey Dave's Takes.